Hello, guys. Nice to meet you. My name is Hyun-Seung Lee. Thanks, Namse, for the nice introduction. Um, so I left to North Korea October 2014, and I lived in North Korea as a North Korean citizen about 30 years. During my time, I served North Korean military. I was member of North Korean Workers' Party, and I was also the news leader in Dalian, China chapter. The news organization called Kim Il-sung Socialist News League. And I was also businessman representing one of the North Korean companies in China. The story I want to share the story. One involves that freedom, information, and unification, which is I think it's critical elements to shaping the future of North Korea. In November 2013, my family, my father and mother and myself, we went back to Pyongyang to visit my relatives and also business purposes. And we learned that the day we arrived in Pyongyang, there was two high-profile the Workers' Party directors were arrested by the police, and that shocked my family because one of them was my father's close friend, and also his son-in-law was my one of the business partners. We were very shocked, and then as soon as we hear the story, and then very next day we returned to China. So my dad's assignment was in China, so we were living in China at the time. So we went back, and several days later, my younger sister, who was studying in Chinese college in the dormitory, but she came back and she was crying and then collapsed. So her roommate, just few minutes ago, taken by North Korean agents, escorted, and then she was forcefully returned to North Korea. And her roommate, left a text message that, "Can you pack my stuff?" and then sent back them to North Korea. And my sister did what she asked, and then we couldn't find the family afterwards. So no one living there later, no one, we couldn't find the family. So we assumed that whole family was sent to the political prison camp. So those two, incidents triggered my family's perception, and we watched the whole year the ongoing executions. So, we not daily, but every week we hear someone was executed, someone's family was sent to the political prison camp, but no one could share those stories with the global media or other people, even the business partners in China. So we were very confused, and then because even myself, even my parents, when we were raised in North Korea, we learned that the society is working for people, is serving for people, and then people is the center of the society. And now the leader of North Korea executing people in very brutal way, and the regime regard people as trash and not even respect any life and the value of their existence. So we really think that we cannot continue live under this system, and then we cannot serve for this leader. So my family had a discussion, and we decided that we should leave and we should do something for the rest of the North Korean people. And many people may wonder why you guys can do inside North Korea. As I mentioned earlier, it's not just for us. We can make our voices in a very short period of time, and you'll be vanished. Not just you, your family will be vanished. The three generations will be vanished. So that's kind of risky movement if we do. So we decided to defect. We got help from agents, so we successfully landed in South Korea. But the threat was not ended. We wanted to North Korean regime conclude our case as a missing case. So we didn't talk to any media, we didn't talk to any people. We are in South Korea, but 3 months later, somehow North Korean regime learned that we were in South Korea, so they showed my grandma and aunt and uncle on North Korean TV show to threaten come back to Pyongyang with family. So obviously it's not like a direct way, but asking my grandmom that I want to see my grandchildren, please come back. We all know this is that will be the end of our family if we return to North Korea. So, and also we got signal that this is the indirect threat that we cannot stay in South Korea. So that's why my family, decide to leave South Korea again to come to the United States. After that, we haven't received any threat from the North Korean regime yet, but so that's why we started making our voices for supporting North Korean people. And I think this is the way we pay respect to North Korean people, and this is the way I think we can change the North Korean society. So that's how I started, sharing the stories and then advocating North Korean human rights. So unification is really important to many Koreans, including myself, including the escapees who left the country. So I think that the only way I can go home and I can visit my hometown is unification. But we want to unification with the principles. We don't want unification under dictatorship. We don't want unification under one party rule or one dictator rule and without any principles. So I think those elements should be based on the unification. So that's why we are doing this unification movement to support the two Korea in one nation and based on the freedom and democracy. So I hope you guys join, and I'm open to answer any question after our panel discussion. Thank you.